Everybody on YouTube, this is a video I'm doing to kind of explain some of the other content that is on this YouTube channel that isn't the gaming stuff that I've been uploading recently. I've done a few different, I guess the only way to put them would be a series of short videos to where I just play these characters that are in some situation. It was basically a way for me to get more comfortable with talking on a camera or on a video like this, because I was very nervous. I would always kind of mess up on talking, because I'd get really nervous and I'd just go talking about something and ramble on and feel awkward about it, and then I'd get really irritated, and then everything would kind of just be a mess. But I figured I'm going to go through each of the series and just tell you what they are, so that way if you sub to me and you see those, you know what they are. It's not like they're anything bad. Like, I'm not explaining it like because I feel like I should, justify why they're there. They were mostly just there because, like I said, I want to get good at talking on mic. I wanted to get good at talking on mic because I'm not doing these anymore. But I also just wanted to try my hand at acting to see if I could do it, and I couldn't really. So I'm going to start kind of explaining. The very first one I did was the Subject series, which was kind of inspired by Resident Evil, how they have different zombies and different mini-bosses and stuff like that. It was kind of inspired by that, but also there was another thing, I think it was Call of Duty, how they have different types of creatures and all that. But the idea was these creatures were experiments that either a government or some sort of force, and what the whole series is about is a person. The character is supposed to be a woman, which I didn't talk in the videos because it would be weird to a general audience that would watch it to hear this voice coming out of a woman or a character that is supposed to be a woman. So I figured it's best if I stay silent and use the text on the YouTube video and paper that I had written different information on. And it was set in, I think I had it set in like 2050 or something. It was based in the future to where the world is kind of at a point, kind of like a mixture of Fallout and The Walking Dead, to where things are like groups of people still exist and govern, but it was more they govern themselves while there are these ruins out there and all that. I didn't do a good job explaining that in the series. I wish I did. But this woman is basically a scientist who knew about these experiments and was looking for information on them. And since I didn't script any of them or have any plot really thought of before recording them, I noticed rewatching some of them that there are a lot of plot holes that make no sense. So, after doing all that, I ended the series because I'm like, I put some work into this, but I didn't put enough. So I didn't want to continue doing it and just retcon everything, because that wouldn't be any fun. I figured just leave it how it is and let it be horrible. The next series was Silo, which was about a man who before... Oh, they're all connected in the same universe. This guy was out in the ruins searching, for supplies, safety, all this, and came across the same place that the woman from the first series found, but about 20 years earlier. But he didn't know any of this, any of these experiments or anything like that happened. This guy is trying to find a nuclear silo because he, for some reason, I never really explained why, was invincible. He couldn't die. He had like a Wolverine healing factor, except absolutely nothing would kill him. No matter how hard he's tried, he's had a life that he doesn't want to exist remembering anymore, and he figures the only way to fully kill himself is to find a nuclear silo and nuke himself, which I didn't really think of the logistics of on how he would do that or anything, so I never really went in depth on that. But that was the main idea, and because it all stemmed out of a dream I had to where there was this dude who nuked the entire area he was at. It completely singed him to the bones, but after a few years he started to rebuild his muscles, his organs, his skin, all that. And after I think it was after like 10 or 20 or probably longer years, he was in the silo, and these people who were just kind of, like rescuers who would go and help people in need came across this nuclear silo, and they went to search in there to try and find some shit. I don't know, it was a weird dream that I don't know why I had, but that's what it was based off of. And this whole series was basically just him trying to find the silo while being trapped in this town that he couldn't leave, and he doesn't know why. The next series, which is more directly tied to the first part, which was the Subject series, is just called Subjects, and it is about 3 subjects who I believe they had actual names, but in the series they were just named Subject 1, 2, 3, whatever. And they were all in the original building that both those other people found. They were the original inhabitants when this facility, which is meant to be like a testing facility on humans, they would take people who were born the same year, and they would test on them and do different things to see how differently they would react. Like one of them was somebody who was very brash and very angry and, had a quick temper. So they wanted to see how their tests would react with that person. And then somebody was a shy, timid person, and they wanted to see how it would be different between both of them. And the series was kind of my favorite of the ones I did, mostly because I played 3 different characters and they were all weird. But the series ended with, I think it was Subject 6, I think was the shy one, and 5 was the angry one. 5 tried to break out, and they interrogated Subject 6 about how he escaped, all of this, and they ended up killing Subject 6. because they didn't know. And Subject 5 got out. And I didn't really put anything in there after that on what happens to any of them, because I guess I didn't care. I don't know. These were all a little while ago, so I don't really know what my plans were going forward. But the final series that I did, which to me I think is the worst one, is called Para, which is supposed to be like paranormal. And it was about a person who thinks that this room that he is trapped in is haunted. It's kind of like 1408, I guess, plot-wise, to where no matter how hard they try, they can't leave the place, and the place was going to start kind of messing with them and make them lose their mind, so that they wouldn't know the difference between reality and what this room had created. But I never went anywhere with the series, because after I did 4 episodes of it, I lost interest and didn't feel like doing it anymore. So it kind of just died there, and I never really picked up on it again. I might do a video at some point to where I react to some of these, which will mostly just be me watching them, and then directly after I'll record my response to what I thought of each thing. I might do that. I don't know. And that was kind of the only series that I did. I do have... I started one on a different channel a while ago, I think, to where it was meant to be this person who was trapped in an apartment building during basically the end of the world, to where everything's kind of destroyed. But I just recently posted them, even though I recorded them probably like a year ago. And I don't know. I've always enjoyed doing them just because it helps me kind of get better at talking on a camera or anything. They didn't really help with acting, because I don't think I'm a good actor. So they didn't really help me learn anything. I wish they did, because I would love to be an actor, but I'm terrible at it. So, you know, that probably won't happen. But yeah, that's the explanation. It was pretty long, and I'm sorry for that. But if you watched the whole way through, thank you. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. Subscribe if you want. Hope you have a great day, and peace.